It comes from a place, I sincerely mean, of not lack, but I was just wondering about the buffer of time. Is the buffer of time different for each person? Does it depend on any specifics as far as time in the vortex?
Well, what the buffer of time that she's referring to is life has caused you to create a present tense reality that hasn't yet shown up in your physical reality, and that's that buffer of time. In other words, it exists, but you're not letting yourself experience it because you're so enamored and fixated and fascinated by reality. So this buffer of time that we've been talking about, we say it's to your advantage relative to things you don't want. In other words, it's nice that every thought you think doesn't just immediately manifest. And the buffer of time really serves you there, but you can shorten it. In other words, the distance between the wanting of something and the full manifestation of it is only about one thing. It's about your alignment with what you want as compared to your alignment with what you don't want. So many people so desperately want what's already formed in their vibrational reality, but they're so fixated on explaining why they don't have it, and explaining how hard it is to not have it, and worried about when it will come, and angry that it hasn't come yet, and commiserating with other people who are in the same situation, that they can hold themselves indefinitely in this holding pattern of not only not feeling good but not allowing the manifestation. So what we want to help you to understand, and we offered it in our very first words this morning, we want you to be caring more about the feeling of alignment, the being in the vortex, than you do about this manifestation stuff. Because if you can just forget about the manifestation, therefore you leave time out of the equation, because it doesn't take time. As we were talking to the woman who had arthritis in her hips and was feeling pain, we said to her, you can feel hope right now. You can find hope immediately. There is no buffer of time. The buffer of time doesn't really apply when you're thinking about an emotional shift, because you have the ability to shift your thought about it. In other words, you might not be able to get that new red car and put it in your driveway today, but you can think about one right now. You might not be able to get that extra $100,000 in your bank account right now, but you can imagine it being there, and you can feel the relief of it being there just by directing your thoughts. So when you understand that you have the power to go to the vortex now, timeless now, and you are willing to do it regularly, consistently, chronically, you are going to be amazed at how quickly those things start manifesting in your experience. People will say to you, man, what are you doing? You're so lucky. I barely heard you speaking about that, and now you already have it. What's your secret? And you will say and mean, I stopped noticing that I didn't have it. I stopped keeping alive in me the vibration of the absence of it. And when I ceased the vibration of its absence, its presence engulfed me.
Fabulous. Thank you so much.